All right, thanks for being here. Starting in a seated position, feet felt, whether they contact the leg or the ground, just a little motion or light spreading of the foot bones. So we're aware of them, we can feel lower in our body. Let's connect to our Ujjayi breath. Our Ujjayi breath makes that rather even sound on both the inhale and the exhale. So as you're listening to your breath, the sound of your breath, you can get a sense of if one part of that is quieter or more accelerated. You can feel the kind of velocity of breath, the speed. This is something that's being registered on in our nose and our nerves. So what would that feel like? A slower velocity of air current. But that Ujjayi sound, So this is our breath work today, this slow velocity, even sound Ujjayi. And the 10 breaths that we'll take one per digit. Even if you have 9 digits, you'll still take 10 breaths. All right. Palm facing away. Doesn't matter which hand you begin. Lightly draw pinky back. And again, listen to that sound of breath, that evenness thereof. And you're feeling the velocity of your breath, the speed at which those air molecules kind of bump along inside your body. And just keep moving through each of the digits. So we're letting the velocity of our breath register with the feeling of our hand. The feeling of the whole arm and the shoulder and the neck. Again, you'll hear little accelerations in the breath. You may even feel those accelerations, whether it's a slowing acceleration, a quickening acceleration. Now just keep moving to the other hand whenever you need to switch. And if you find that you need to sigh, just sigh and then resume your Ujjayi breath. But listening to those little shifts in the breathing, the need to sigh, the sound difference between inhale and exhale, or the beginning of an inhale, the middle of the inhale, those velocity shifts. It's giving us insight into the ever-changing state of our nervous system, our body. It's very challenging to make any significant change, or even to have insight, if we feel that we're perpetually threatened or vigilant. So part of this, we begin with the breath, has a particular effect on our nervous system. It's helping us ready for what's about to occur. Great. Right over left knee pile when you're ready. Right over left knee pile. Unlocking the shoulder. Have your sit bones sitting pretty squarely, equally on the ground. Bring your left elbow up in front of your left shoulder. Inhale, again listening. Sometimes we'll start to accelerate it, but just listen to that, the smoothness, or maybe there's an erratic quality to the velocity of your breath. I'm not going to rush us. Exhale the shoulder down, the shoulder blade down. And I just want you to imagine that your shoulder blade is connected all the way down your mid-back and down to your low back. Because it is. There's a lot of this lower trapezius that connect your shoulder blade quite literally to your low back. So I want you to feel that, imagine that, sense that. Now inhaling into the back of your body. Again, it's a slow, listen to the velocity, listen to the sound of your breath. Exhaling, feel that shoulder blade connected to your low back as you slide it down and reach that elbow forward without letting go of that low back connection. Feel if you can breathe into that shoulder blade to low back area, into that entire lower trapezius. And exhaling the shoulder, I'm pulling it down toward my low back, reaching the elbow forward, and let's apply the right palm pressure to inside of elbow. So keeping that low back connection, shoulder blade to low back, just feel if the pec, the chest muscles are able to turn on. Once more, inhaling, slow, listening to the velocity. Exhaling, that shoulder blade somehow connects to that low back. Just envision it, feel for it. Press palm and elbow, feel the chest muscles engage. Letting those upper trapezius starting to maybe heat up or even relax a little bit. Good, release. And let me just point to the area that I'm referring to. Go ahead and change sides. I'm saying lower trapezius today. So here's the bottom of my shoulder blade, and I'm feeling and imagining this kind of big triangular swath of connection going all the way down, literally to the small of my back, my low back. So if you have any recollection of chair pose or holding chair pose, it's probably that lower trapezius that you're feeling bake in your body. So we're just trying to get a little love and warmth going through there. All right, we've got left over right leg, and this is the right elbow in front of the right shoulder. Opening up the hand, inhale, listening to that velocity of breath. And if there's an acceleration, a taking off of the breath, just hear that. Okay. Now exhale and draw the shoulder down. But feel or imagine that bottom part of the shoulder blade is connected to the lower part of your spine. See if you can feel that connection or spark that connection. We'll do it again. Inhaling. Into the low back, into the mid back, into the right shoulder blade area. And again, exhale. Feel the bottom tip of right shoulder blade as if it's connected to your low back, being drawn down. Reach the elbow forward. And if you get that lower part of the shoulder blade kind of motorically or kind of neurologically mapped to the low back, you may start to feel this upper trapezius really starting to get hot or soften or relax. That's kind of great. Inhale into the right side. Let's apply that left palm pressure to the inner elbow. Exhale, draw the shoulder blade down as if connected to the low back. Reach the elbow forward, and now apply some pressure so you're turning on both the chest muscles and that lower trapezius. Now, if you have that lower trapezius engaged, there's that connection to the low back, your deep breath may start to really open up that top of shoulder. And release. Okay. We'll unwind. Okay. And we'll set up for dolphin. Just as an aside, yesterday we did a little bit of kind of soft tissue probing and work into the back of the armpit, or the subscapularis, the teres minor. That's a nice adjunct bit of work to do as we're going into shoulder shoulder territory. So just know that that's available to us. All right, elbows under shoulders, knees under hips. Set those forearms out. Now I'm recreating that drawing down, like connecting the bottom tips of the shoulder blade to the low back. And this may take some finessing, some imagining. You gotta spark up that imagination muscle. When you're ready, on exhale, we'll press the knees off the ground. Again, hearing the velocity, the pace of your breath. That Ujjayi technique will help immensely. You'll hear if there's any quickening or slowing of the breath. We don't have to make meaning of it. We don't have to interpret it. We don't have to meaning make with it right now. We're just noticing the changing information, the change of pressure, the changes of sound, the changes of rhythm, the changes of pace. So letting ourselves notice these little variations, because we know this is connected to our nervous system, our state, our mind state, our body state. Now we'll smoothly raise the right leg up. One option here is you can use your right foot to anchor down the left heel. And we'll set the right foot down. Other side, we raise the left foot up. And an option is to use the left foot to anchor the right heel. Feeling if you're breathing into the back, those lower trapezius, you still have a connection from the shoulder blade through the mid-back all the way down to the low back. Is there a connection there? Can we create a connection there? All right, and then we'll set that foot down, gently set the knees down. That's plenty for now. We'll take rest. And lie on back. Have your roll nearby. We'll get to that momentarily. We'll start right off with some elbow to knee. Inhale, the head and the shoulder blades off the ground. And pausing, finding the tailbone, shifting the tailbone. Exhale, the left leg reaches out. And slightly turn elbows toward the right thigh. Send that leg all the way out. Reach it out, pull low belly down. Inhale, bend the left knee. Find the tip of the tailbone or shift it if you can move it. Exhale, right leg reaches out. Pull low belly down. Let's continue. Inhale, bend the right knee. We'll do 4 more on each side on our own. So the discovery of just kind of simple things, little muscle connections, mind-body connections. To use an analogy, it's a little bit like our vocabulary, right? And if we front load our movement with a lot of vocabulary options, we're likely to use that vocabulary in creating sentences and communicating and how we interact throughout the rest of our activities, our day. So not only these mind-body connections like vocabulary, but as we move with these new words, these new areas online, it's a little bit like practicing putting it in a sentence. Oh, this is how I might use that word. Oh, this is maybe when I'll notice that brain state, that mind state, when I'm really focused. Oh, this is maybe when I'll notice how I'll notice myself spacing out a little bit, getting really creative. So we can front load our day by noticing these various states and these mind-body connections. We'll go through some rehearsals. We'll practice recognizing them in action. And the hope is that we'll enter the rest of our day more whole-bodied, aware of our states moment to moment, aware of how our breath is a part of those many states. Great, looks like we're complete. Grab your roll, place the roll between the legs, reach the legs up, inhale into the low back. Let's start to spread out the foot bones as you squeeze the roll. Locate the tailbone, shift it if you can. Exhale, head and shoulder blades off the ground. And as you generate a lot of inner leg sensation by squeezing, draw the low belly down away from the inner thighs. And then a slight release as we inhale the head down. Apply the squeeze. Feel how the inner legs turn on from the knee to the groin. Maybe even beyond. Curl tailbone, exhale, head and shoulder blades off the ground. Pulling the low belly down so you feel the low belly moving. You feel the inner leg active, engaged, squeezing. And now inhale, as we set the head down. The next 4 that we do, we'll just continue by doing 4 more. Start to feel into the sacrum and into the low back with these moves and into the hip sockets. Find out just how far these simple motions, squeezing, breathing, moving, pulling, reaching, how much more bodily vocabulary, mind-body connections we can pick up here in the pelvis, in the back, in the abdomen. These are just little elements, building blocks if we discover them now, I'm guessing, more apt to discover them throughout the rest of our day. Listen to the sound of breath, if it accelerates, if a portion of it is quieter, or a portion of it is louder. I find that those little shifts in breath can be strongly correlated with valence, that felt sense of there being a little charge, a little attraction or repulsion to an experience. So as I'm listening to my breath, I suddenly notice I don't hear my breathing. There's a good chance I'm engaging in a little bit of opinion making, story creation. I'm feeling a subtle amount of emotion or valence or charge. Okay. And why that valence, I think, is so fascinating and important is it's usually letting me know where there's still a bit of investigation to do. It lets me know where my projections are, uninvestigated emotions, a little polarity here and there. So I'm listening really carefully for those little shifts. Right? Good, that we're done. We'll set the feet down, turn to a side, and let's press to standing. We'll stand at the top of mat. And each time I raise my arms up, okay, so there's a lot of opportunities for that in our sons. I want to feel for this connection, shoulder blade to low back. Okay, I'm just pointing out as just another subtle little feature of what usually gets thrown under the umbrella of wrapping the shoulder. Just letting us feel this whole mid to low back shoulder blade connection. Because it'll help keep the shoulder clear of the neck, and plus our back muscles, they probably need that. All right. So here we go. Inhale as we draw the arms up. Feel the shoulder blades. Connected to the low back. There's muscle that does that. Exhale, fold forward, softening those back muscles, softening through the neck. Inhale, step the left foot back. Here's another moment. As we draw the arms up, you can feel shoulder blades. In connection with low back, hands to ground. Exhale, step the right foot back. Lower. Now, as I draw the shoulders down, I'm feeling that connection still, that shoulder blade to mid-back. Hands forward for cobra. Inhale. Exhale, lower, downward dog. Okay. And can you feel them here? Downward dog is an overhead position. Can I feel the bottom tips of the shoulder blades? Can I feel if those bottom tips of shoulder blades are moving or connected to anything else on my back or my ribs? Inhale, step the left foot forward. Lunge. Again, the arms going overhead. Feeling the bottom tips of the shoulder blades. How they connect to the mid-back. Hands to ground. Exhale, step the right foot forward. Fold. And inhaling as we stand, the arms go up. Maybe, just maybe, there's another repetition of feeling the shoulder blades connect to the mid-back. Exhaling, hands to heart. I'm going to talk through this just a little bit more swiftly. So we have to feel and find those connections just a hair sooner. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold, softening the back muscles, the neck muscles. Right foot, inhale the right foot back, lunge. Hands to ground, exhale as a step left foot back, lowering. Feel for that shoulder blade to spine connection. It all helps with the rotations of the rib cage. Cobra, inhale. Pulling the chest forward. Exhale, downward dog. Feel those bottom tips of shoulder blades. Where are they? Lunge, inhale. Right foot forward. As the arms go up, feeling if there's any connection or contraction. Hands to ground, exhale, step left foot forward, fold. Inhale, stand. Can I feel those bottom tips of shoulder blades? Exhaling, hands to heart. All right, now listening to that breath. Inhale, chair pose. Listen to any of those velocity changes. There's those. Let's just take an extra breath here in chair, because this is that lower trapezius spot right in here. Inhale into that mid-back. Lifting the chest up. Exhaling, fold forward. Monkey, inhale, collar away from lap. Set the hands down, exhale, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhaling, downward dog. Warrior one, inhale, right foot forward. The arms go up overhead. I'm feeling that mid-back area of muscle, which actually helps me lift my chest. Hands to ground, exhale, chaturanga, right foot back, lowering trunk. Inhale, upward dog. Exhaling, downward dog. Inhale, left foot forward, warrior one. As the arms go up, finding those bottom tips of blades. Hands to ground, exhale. Left foot back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhaling, downward dog. Inhale, step or lightly jump the feet forward, monkey. Exhale, fold. Softening, letting all that back engagement go here. Chair pose. Inhale, the knees bend. As the arms go up, I'm feeling the bottom tips of my blades slipping slightly toward the mid-back, the low back. Stand, exhaling, hands to heart. Okay, and now this second round, we'll go just a little bit more swiftly. Chair pose. Inhale as the arms go up. Feel the blades slip a little closer to the mid-back and the low back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, monkey. Listen to the velocity of your breath, the sound of your breath. Exhale, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhaling, downward dog. Inhale, left foot forward, warrior. Warrior one. Hands to ground. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhaling, downward dog. Inhale, right foot forward, warrior one. Hands to ground. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhaling, downward dog. Inhale, step or lightly jump feet forward, monkey. Exhale, fold. Chair, inhale. Stand, exhaling, hands to heart. Good. Let's pause for a moment. Now with our back muscles, our delighted back muscles, we'll be working either handstand or downward dog on the wall. Just find a section of wall that can accommodate that. And again, handstand or downward dog at the wall. Let's go about 6 to 8 breaths is great. And then I'll meet you back at the top of the mat when we're through. There you go. And so I am feeling for some of those mid-back muscles. And then I'm wrapping. Consciously, I'm kind of engaging the serratus. You'll feel a whole other degree of abdominal involvement that actually takes extraneous compression out of the mid-back. So us engaging these lower trapezius or making this connection is not a back compressor. If you feel compression in the back, it means we need more of that front side involvement. Serratus, the front of the ribs, those abdominals. There you go, Molly. That's it. That's it, Brett. That's it. That's it. That's it. Keep pressing. Keep reaching. Keep reaching. Keep reaching. Keep reaching. Good, 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 good. Send the thighs away from your mid-back. Good, and just a touch of serratus. I know you have those armpits just a tad more free. There you go. There you go. Good. Good. And just a fine point on this. You know, sometimes we do this little muscle, this mind-muscle, mind-body connection stuff. And you may have that perception of, I can't find it, I can't feel it, I can't move it, I don't know where that muscle is. Just a little kindness sidebar, something that's helped me be really kind on myself when I couldn't make these connections, is if my nerves are scarred down or like adhered to other tissues, my nervous system is going to shut things down and go, no, you don't go there, you can't go there, nor should you go there. So having a great manual therapist help you kind of move and get all those tubes and those nerves slipping and sliding in there can be a huge component to being able to activate these muscles and create these mind-body connections. So if you can't get to a manual therapist, then we've got to use things like heat, when the body's really soft and pliable, and then we go in and we kind of probe and move. So sweat, manual therapists, they're really super helpful. Chair, inhale, bend the knees, reach the arms up. Feel that mid-back connection to the shoulder blades. Exhale, fold forward, soften the spine, the neck. Monkey, inhale, collar away from lap. And exhaling, step back or jump back, chaturanga. Now I'm feeling those mid-back muscles as I descend. Inhale, upward dog. Exhaling, downward dog. Inhale, step the left foot forward, interlock warrior. Now, if you need to have the left hand on the ground, it's perfectly fine. Just pulling that right hand behind the back. And when you're able, we'll lift the left hand under the thigh. Now, we kind of created many repetitions to draw our attention into the shoulder blade and its connection, its structural connection to the mid-back and the low back. Can you feel that on the right side? Enact that connection. Feel that shoulder blade moving, slipping toward the mid-back and the low back. And you'll feel how that's a part of our chest opening move. Those back muscles are really important to chest opening or heart opening. That's it, Nancy, that's it. So Marissa, it's like bringing your right shoulder blade toward me. It's like use a little bit of that muscle and that back muscle involvement. There you go. It's not shoulder, it's shoulder blade, go mid-back. It's like you're moving your middle of back toward me, your shoulder blade toward me. Mm-hmm. And I'll release. Inhale, set the hands down. Step the right foot forward and stand. Right hand, grab outer edge of left foot. Okay, right hand, left foot. Left hand, reach toward the back of the mat. Listen to your breath. All right, inhaling, bend that left knee, set that left foot down. And again, step the right foot back, extended warrior. Left hand to the ground. Right arm reach overhead. So yes, wrap the shoulder. So it's that shoulder blade motion around the rib cage that frees up the neck. Move the whole right half of your rib cage toward your thigh. That's it, Molly. That's it. That's it. That's it. So it's not just stretch, it's really quite engaged. I'm engaging all those back muscles to turn and to open up that right half of my chest. That right half of my rib cage can move. So use a little bit more of those back muscles, Brett. You can feel the right half of the rib cage moving like over your thigh. Good. Now wrap the right shoulder. I know they sound like contradictions. And in a way, they kind of are. But both and. Inhale, bring that right hand to the ground, chaturanga. Exhaling, lowering. Inhale, upward dog. Exhaling, downward dog. All right, let's love on that other side. Inhale, the right foot forward. Interlock warrior. Feel free to use right hand on the ground until you're ready to accept the full weight and all of that shoulder engagement. And when we release, inhale, set the hands down. Step the left foot forward. Stand. Left hand to right foot. It's left hand to outer edge of right foot. And I'm letting this foot kind of push my hand. My shoulder blade does move a little bit under the influence. And I lift the chest. Reach this right arm. Reach this right shoulder blade away from your right foot. There's a lot of engagement in that mid-back, right between the shoulder blades. So they're getting pulled a little bit, and I'm also engaging them. I'm lifting the chest. I'm articulating those spine bones and ribs. And we'll set that foot down. Step the left foot back. Extended warrior. So now I do put the right hand down, wrapping the shoulder, the left shoulder, not purely stretch, because I'm turning, I'm engaging all of those rhomboids and those mid-back muscles on the left side, turning open the chest. Like I'm getting the left half of my ribs over my right thigh. So find out, Marissa, if you can use any more of those mid-back muscles. Keep drawing the left half of your rib cage back over the thigh. There you go. Yep. Keep going. Keep going. That's cool. Good, deep breath. I know we're getting into some real serious lung, heart, rib, muscle territory. It's strong, patient work around the heart. There you go, Natalia. That's it. These back muscles, Natalia, big deal for our head and for our neck, if it's indeed muscular, you know. So getting these mid-back and these mid-low back muscles kind of working with the shoulder blade, I think will be big help to neck and to head. Good. Releasing, inhale, hands to ground, exhale, chaturanga. Step back. I'm using those mid and those mid-low back muscles. Find the bottom tips of my shoulder blades as I lower. Inhale, upward dog. Exhaling, downward dog. Let's complete this sun, shall we? Inhale, step or lightly jump the feet forward, monkey. Exhaling, fold. Chair. Inhale, bend knees, reach the arms up. And then stand, exhaling, hands to heart. All right, let's have a seat. And we'll revisit our knee pile from the beginning. Right over left. All right. Eagle. Inhale the arms out to the side. Exhale, we'll go left over right. Linking hands. And now we get a chance to breathe in and through this entire lower, middle, upper back. Listening to the velocity of your breath, the sound of your breath. I have a hypothesis. Still testing it out. But when we're feeling the heart, around the heart, beside, under, in front of the heart, Listen very carefully to the quality of your breath, the sound of velocity. I have this hypothesis that much of our felt sense of velocity, moving forward, not moving forward, stagnating, how we perceive time is intimately correlated, linked to how we perceive and breathe in and around our heart. So to just start to listen to the sound of our breath. Is it pushy? Does it sound like surprise or little waves of shock, like gasps? Or is there a quality of patience? Force? Are we exerting a certain kind of breath to be moved through that heart area? Okay, let's unwind. We'll unwind both the arms and the legs. Last side, and I promise we'll rest. Inhale, arms out to side eagle. This time it's right over left. Right over left. So I'm listening almost as if there's separate, like filters or entities. I'm feeling heart, and I'm listening to breath. Attentionally, I am attuned to the heart and the back of the heart. And I'm listening to the quality of the breath. I'm reserving my interpretation. I'm reserving all of my meaning making. Do that after Shavasana. I'm sure we've all experienced classes or practices where it's like we blink and it's over. I'm sure we've all experienced those classes, those practices where it's like an hour feels like 3 hours. Time is a very bendy perceptual filter. Let's unwind the arms, let's unwind the legs, and let's lie back that we may feel the back of our heart, the back muscles against the ground. And we'll just be resting a few minutes in Shavasana. And then as you're lying back, learn if you can feel the back muscles, all of those things we're drawing our attention to, the shoulder blade, the mid-back, and the lower back. And feel if all of those tissues and muscles can feel like they're coming to rest. Against the ground. And just note the quality of your breath as you feel the back of your heart, the back muscles. Supported by earth. Sometimes the image of a sand timer is really helpful. I almost like to meditate or envision or do Shavasana as if all the particles of my body is like a sand timer, kind of descending and trickling, sedimenting down. Into a deeper stillness. As always, you're welcome to be in rest as long as you wish. If you are ready to move, bend knees, turn to a side, and we'll use both hands to press to seated. Namaste.
Thanks, Gwen.